Good morning, team. Good morning, Filippo. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Andreas. Let's give another 5 minutes because people are carrying on coming in, and then we start. Of course, good morning to you, Foti.
Good morning to you, Alex, and good morning to everyone. Sorry, I'm preparing my charts and my presentation for today. This is why I wasn't talking. We are going to have I'm going to share some very nice things with you today, and hopefully everyone that attends will have a better understanding how to trade the FX more like a professional hedge fund manager.
And we're looking forward to it. Looking
Of
forward
course.
to it. Carl, you want to say something? I can see that you're raising your hand. If you don't mind putting your question on the chat. Fritz Carl.
Hello, Linley. Good morning. Okay, I think chat is disabled.
No.
We can see, guys, your questions on the Q&A. Because, Linley, I can see, for example, your messages.
Yeah.
Linley is a very good friend of mine and a partner. He's an expert in cryptos. So hopefully in the future, we can have another discussion about cryptocurrencies.
That's amazing. That's great. This morning we're having a conversation that by the end of the year, we're going to be adding as well crypto trading
Amazing.
in the trading pit. So we're going to need people with expertise.
Yes, of course. Linley is trying hard to get me to the other side and deal more with crypto.
Well, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe especially with investments and in general with life, there is not right and wrong, right?
Yes, I
It
think
is
so.
what makes sense and what does not make sense. Is what you tend to understand better and getting more familiar with it, right? What makes more sense and what doesn't.
As I say, we need to live in a universe of unlimited probabilities. There should not be words like should, would, could, expect certain outcomes to happen. Everything's about probabilities. You're doing your best.
Yes, you're doing your best. Well, hard work with combination,
Yes,
but
and hard
I would
work.
say hard work on the things that they're making sense to you, the things
Yes.
that you tend to understand. I would really like to give a special welcome to Pastori. Pastori is a great individual with an amazing with amazing skills and an amazing sense of humor. And he's here with us because he always liked to carry on learning and increasing the knowledge. Hi, Pastori. Good morning from sunny Cyprus. Let's wait for another 2-3 minutes, 40, yeah, because we had loads of registrations. Actually, we reached nearly 80 registrations. So I hope it might be the case that we mix up the time zone with the Cypriot time zone. I hope not to. I hope not to. But let's wait another 2-3 minutes to see if more people will be coming in. And then, Fatima, the stage is yours.
Okay, of course. Thank you.
And don't forget as well to mention the little surprise that we have for the audience.
Yes, of course,
today,
at the end. I will mention something.
Great.
By the way, guys, I think I just saw there are 3 dots and it says below more. If you click this, chat is available. So there is a link inside more that says chat. And with that, you can open the chat and you can send a message. You can also use question and answer, Q&A. I can see that the chat box is inside more. Just found it myself. So Linley says, I prefer markets where there is a lot of disagreement. So the buyers and sellers disagree with each other. What makes for volatile prices. Lovely stuff, Bitcoin, most tradable market in the world, in my opinion. Yes. I think Forex used to be like this 20 years ago. What cryptos are today, we used to see crazy volatility up and down. Now it is more of a macro asset class,
Mm.
dictated mostly by central banks. So I can see why would someone would prefer cryptos.
But I really like the philosophy behind what you said. Basically, that's the philosophy of the markets. Preferring the markets that there's a lot of disagreement. It really makes sense. It really makes sense. Well, in the flat market anyway, yeah, you don't really have the same capacity when it comes to opportunities. In a volatile market, it can be riskier, but it can be much more profitable as well.
I think perhaps we should start
Yeah, the
the
stage is
session.
yours. So I would like to say good morning to everybody from the trading feed. Very nice to have you again all here. We introduced Fotis last time. Fotis, he shared with us his slides on the previous webinar. Looking forward for the next one. So let me not waste any more of his time. And Fotis, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Alex. Ready to start straight away. So I'm going to share my screen. I have prepared some slides for everyone. And of course, I'm not going to stay on the slides too much. I'm also going to use my MetaTrader. I'm going to show you a few things. Practically, I will use the calendar, trading view, and so on. So let's get started. The purpose of this webinar today is how you can become consistently profitable. I didn't add this on the title. It doesn't matter if you are profitable. You need to do this consistently. So how you become consistently profitable and how you can get funded, how you can improve your performance, increase your monthly income, and get a career in trading. What we will show you today, we are going to show you a professional approach. And if you do follow this approach, you will stop being a losing trader. The most important thing is you will start trading successfully under any conditions. It doesn't matter if the market is moving up, down, sideways. You will get the edge that professionals have and retail traders do not. Our strategy is very similar to the way that professionals trade and analyze the markets. Now, you might be wondering, is this for me? Well, allow me to ask a few questions. Do you struggle to become profitable in FX trading? Do you have a series of small winners only to give it back after a bigger loss? So you can be profitable for 1 week, 2 weeks, and then in 1 or 2 days, you lose all the profits of the previous days. You do see the opportunity, but you are afraid to pull the trigger. Maybe you are scared and you take profits too quickly, and then you see the market moving a lot in the direction you guessed correctly. You are a decent trader, but your account size is too small. You have a small account, and you cannot make this grow faster. Well, let me tell you this, some truths about the FX market, and I think this applies for everything, whether you trade stocks, FX, futures, and so on. You are programmed to lose money. What I mean by this is that the way the industry is structured with every broker, traders lose money. 70 to 80% of retail traders lose 90% of their funds within 90 days. We call this the 90-90-90 rule. 90% lose 90% of their funds in 90 days. The brokers most of the time are trading against you. If you go ahead and put some technical indicators together, this will cause you trouble. This is not the recipe for being consistently profitable. And the problem is you haven't been trained properly and you don't have a trader, a mentor, an experienced trader to mentor you and guide you. So we can help you. Right now in this session, we are going to show you how you can improve your win ratios straight away, how you can increase your reward per trade. You need to understand exactly what is happening in the markets and what is the big picture, what is happening, what is the narrative. Very importantly, have less stress and anxiety. Your heartbeats must remain calm and you should not be under pressure when you take a trade. You need to get funded and get a career as a trader. This is very it can happen with the technology we have, with the solutions offered by the trading pit. This can happen. So a few words about myself. Yes, you can guess I'm from Greece, of course. I'm an experienced proprietary trader and multi-asset portfolio manager, had a career in private banking. I have been trading for hedge funds in London and EU, and I'm a member of investment committee of a regulated and licensed European asset management firm. But what I wish to show you, the humble truth, is that I wasn't always profitable. When I first started, I was average at best. I had some winning days, some losing days. I was breaking even, but breaking even is not enough, because when you have expenses, you have electricity. If you work for a prop desk, you have bills, you have Ethernet. You must support your family. So not making money in trading means you are still losing money. So what happened? What happened was, at some point, I discovered the realistic professional way to trade. I realized and I discovered the way that professionals are trading. And of course, someone else showed this to me as well. And I'm going to show you today. I'm going to share this with you, and I'm going to show you how to trade professionally, so you don't have to waste time trading for years looking for a holy grail. Would you like, please, to put on the chat, how do you trade? Do you use technical indicators? Are you using fundamentals? How do you trade? And what kind of results do you have? Let's do a quick poll. You can put it on the chat or on the Q&A. You can type fundamentals if you trade fundamentally, or technicals. How long have you been trading? Do you see results? Are you happy with your performance? I'll just give you a couple of seconds. Just type it quickly so we see what is going on. How is it going so far for you? Are you happy with your performance? Are you generating an income? What is happening? So I see here some people saying mostly technicals. Okay, so most people are using technical indicators, and then I will tell you what the problem is with that. Okay, I can see that most of you are saying that volume-based, amazing, well done. I'll do the same in futures, Christian, thank you. Volume is important. So let me show you now the three main problems. If you trade purely technically, and I think this applies for most of you, let me show you the problem. Three main problems. You are putting yourself in a position where you have to decide whether the market is bullish or bearish. Is it moving up or down? Shall you buy or shall you go ahead and sell? Is it trending or is it moving sideways? Where shall you place your entry? Where is the stop loss? Because how many times you take an entry and then your stop loss is getting hit and you are right after all. So you are putting yourself in a position where you have to guess. You have to deal with a binary outcome. What is a binary outcome? 1 or 0, black or white, cold or hot, bullish or bearish, up or down. This is not good. This is not putting the edge in your favor. As soon as you start trading strictly with technical indicators, nothing else, you just look at the technical indicators. Yeah, the market will either move up, will move down, but what happens when the environment is changing? What happens when there is news in the market? You might be successful for a certain period, but in other periods, you will not be as successful. So what we do at Fotis Trading Academy, this is my firm, we are offering a proven three-step approach where we offer you a solution to help you trade like a professional. Number one, understand the environment. How can you possibly go ahead and trade and you don't know the conditions of the market you are trading? What are the most important news? What is the catalyst that is affecting prices and so on? You need to identify the structure. This is point number 2. Is the market moving sideways or are we in a strong trending market? And only the third part is execution, which has to do with technical analysis. So let me give you an example and show you exactly how to apply this in your trading. And I'm going to show you examples. Step number 1, understand the environment. What are the current economic conditions? Do you trade the Euro USD? Are you trading the pound? What is happening right now? What are the conditions? What are the catalysts that are driving prices? What is the sentiment like? Let me show you something, an example. You see the price moving up and down since yesterday in Euro USD or in cable, in pound against the USD. But what has happened? Sorry, this is my firm. Let me show you something. Let me show you this. This is TradingView, and I want to show you the 10-year yield. Okay, this is moving lower since yesterday. Question, why is this moving lower? Would you like to guess what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday that caused the yields to move lower? I'll give you a few seconds so you can type your answer. Don't worry, there is not such a thing as right or wrong. What happened yesterday? Why the yields, the bond yields, are moving lower? And how do you think this is affecting the USD? So can you see that it is important to understand the narrative in the markets? What is happening? What is the catalyst? What is the sentiment? This, what you see right here on your chart, is moving the market. The USD was slightly sold off yesterday, and now it is stabilizing because of this. This is the reason. It's not because something happened to a technical indicator. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the answer. So what happened is we had yesterday at 8:30 Eastern time in the United States, we had the release of inflation data. And they showed that inflation is cooling down a little bit. It is not as strong as they think. So the yields are coming down. What is the impact in the USD? So you can see initially the USD was sold off, but afterwards, please remember that financial markets are a discount mechanism that discount now what is going to happen later. So it was initially sold off the first few hours, but then we have other catalysts. Investors are worried about the environment. They are worried about banks in the United States. They are worried about growth, economic conditions. We also had yesterday comments from Christine Lagarde, the head of ECB. And from her comments, the perception is that they might raise rates a little bit more, but we might be reaching a top. We might be very close to an area that the yields in Europe cannot go further higher. So what happened to the euro? It is selling off. So it is not only one catalyst in play, there are different catalysts. So you need to be aware of what is happening so you can select exactly the right currency to trade. The Aussie USD, this is my favorite for the last couple of days. Why? Number one, it hits the 240-day moving average. Here I sell. Why? Why do I have the confidence to sell? Because we had the release of Chinese data and we are concerned about growth in the future. We do have inflation in Australia. It is stubbornly high. However, the engine of growth, the engine that moves growth in Australia is China. It is the most important partner for Australia and contributes a lot to the Australian GDP. So we had average data in China. What happens to the Aussie? Down. So you see, this, because of this, we have the confidence in the right technical area to pull the trigger. I don't need to trade 20 different currencies. Maybe you understand the narrative in the euro or the pound, but the technical conditions are not the best yet. But in the Aussie, it was very good. Chinese data out, average at best, concerned about the future. The yields are coming down in United States, yes, but it seems we are hitting some support right now. Concern about growth, investors are worried about the future. We hit the right technical area, sell Aussie, and that's a good profit. And you can be consistently profitable looking for high reward risk trades. Let me move to step number 2. Now I will start talking more about technicals. Identify the structure of the markets. What is going on? Is this a trending market or a sideways market? Why do I mention this? Have you tried to trade using moving averages in a sideways market? It doesn't make sense at all. Being in a sideways market and you are trying to use a moving average breakout system. Sorry, Lazarus, correct. You said CPI turned out lower. I didn't see your comment. I'm just seeing this. Well done. That was the reason. Okay, I can see your hand, Martin. Yeah, please type your question and I will answer it straight away. So I was saying, have you ever tried using moving averages and the market is moving sideways? Or using Bollinger Bands and the market is trending? You must use the right tool for the right job. So let me just skip execution. Execution is all about using the right tools for the right job, which strategy to use, which indicators, is this a good area to go ahead and take a trade, and so on. So here is my question for you. Would you like to become a statistic or a success? Why am I mentioning this? There was a few years ago a big research. This was from a major brokerage firm. They analyzed over 10 million trades. So over 10 million trades, what is the percentage that traders are successful in Aussie yen? It's 49%. Kiwi 54, dollar yen 57. So they guess the direction correctly. Best results with the Aussie against the Kiwi, 71% of traders guess the direction correctly. Now, who would like to guess what is happening with the results? If you can guess the direction correctly, you must be making money, right? But that's logical to conclude. Well, wrong. What is the problem? Look at the reality. Average profit, average loss. In Euro USD, the average profit was 65, the average loss 127. And you can see for all the rest of the currencies, the average profit was half of the average loss. Between all currencies, the average profit was 52 pips and the average loss 94. So this is why 90% lose. It's just a matter of time. So you need to pick the right area, the right tools, apply the 3 steps that I explained. And of course, it's all about risk management. And let me give you some examples. And by the way, I should have said this at the beginning. I just remembered. Please stay until the end because I have a surprise for you, a very nice offer. So this is a trading market. I'll tell you what happens. This is just, I call it a system that I put together. So we have the entry. This looks amazing, right? You say sell there where the red arrow is. You sell, just follow it all the way down. That's amazing. It looks good. But what happens when conditions change? It works in a trending market, but what happens when the market is moving sideways? Are you going to trade this breakout, this one, or to the downside? What are you going to do? Now you need to use other set of tools. You need different tools. Let me go back for something like this. And you need different tools for something like this. How can you possibly decide which tools to use at every time? How do you know that this market is trending or the other market is moving sideways? This is why at Fotis Trading Academy, we show you how to use the market profile. So what we are doing is we are representing price action in a vertical way. Don't worry if you don't understand market profile. We explain this in great detail inside the course, inside the academy. It's just another way to display information on the chart, just like you use a bar chart, a candlestick chart. We'll look at things vertically. So let me go at an example right now. Let me choose another profile. I will use, for example, the Aussie. Let me click histogram, magnify. So it has moved lower. Let me remove the grid so you can see this better. So what I can see here, I'm doing some merging the last few days, and I am creating a histogram. What I can see here, we have rejection by the sellers, very thin volumes. Christian, you mentioned something about volume-based trading. Very thin volumes, rejection. We move back inside the value area, and this is the area, the bigger area that I use as reference. It even moves below this. So I know who is in control. It's the sellers. Somewhere here, we also had the 240-day moving average. As soon as we approached this level, I saw extremely thin volumes, which mean that the buyers are not interested to push this higher. So what am I going to do? Sell, because I know that sellers are going to take control. So the first thing that we do is do business at the right areas. So, and can you see something else? I am not worried about guessing the direction correctly. Shall I buy? Shall I sell? Shall I go ahead and use the breakout in the moving averages? No. I'm looking what the others are doing. I'm not trading binary outcomes anymore. I'm paying attention to the relationship between buyers and sellers. I know the narrative. I know, as I told you, that over here, Chinese data came out and they were worse, well, slightly worse than expected. There is concern about growth. So it's a matter of reward versus risk. It's not a matter of, oh, shall I buy, shall I sell? Is this the correct outcome, and so on. And I have my target, which is here in the green rectangle, which is the point of control, where we have the highest volumes. And you can see as we approach this, the volumes are becoming thinner. It might be a good time to take some profits, to move stops, and so on. So let me move with the presentation. Oops, sorry. I think I should have clicked this one. Okay, moving next. So this is what I explained here. Instead of looking at technical indicators, because when you look at technical indicators, you put yourself in a position that you constantly create discretionary rules. Let me go back to the chart. Sorry about this, to show you. I will go back to the previous profile, which I have some basic technical indicators. Okay, it's loading. I hope I haven't crashed MetaTrader. That's okay. When you have technical indicators, okay, it's loading right now. When you have technical indicators, what is the trading rule? Would you like to try, for example, in Euro Yen? Look at this one. What's the trading rule? You have moving averages, stochastics, MACDs, Bollinger Bands. Would you say, oh, you sell when you touch the Bollinger Bands, but it moved higher? We had a strong trend. What are you doing? Can you see my point that if you use only technical indicators, the rules are completely discretionary and you cannot possibly measure this. You cannot possibly create a system with specific rules that you know exactly where to enter, where to sell, take profits, and so on. You put yourself in a position that the rules change all the time together with your psychology. This is why traders lose money. But if you look at the market profile, and I will go here, we are looking only to see what is happening between buyers against sellers. For example, this is again the Euro Yen. Sell at value area high, sell at value area high, sell at value area high. We know who is in control. We know the relationship between buyers and sellers. we can see the areas with the highest volumes. And the most important thing in trading, we can pick the right areas to do business. And because of this, we can also pay attention to risk management, because this is the other important reason why traders lose money. As I told you, average profit, average loss. The average loss is average profit. So there is a psychology element here, but you need to take into consideration. But the reason this also happens is because of the technical indicators. You create a system, and a system might be good for certain periods, but not for every period. This is why I'm saying, understand the narrative, understand your global macro, understand in which areas to do business, and then execute. So I'm just going to move ahead over here. We have a tool. I wish to emphasize again risk management. So we have a tool, money management tool, where we know exactly how much to sell, what is the lot size, where to place the stop, where is the target, and so on. And in this way, we go for a 3-to-1, 2-to-1, 4-to-1 at least. Why am I saying this? Because if you are using a 3-to-1 win to loss ratio, you can be right 40% of the time and still make money. This is fantastic. You are not putting pressure on yourself that, oh, I have to be right 70, 80, 90% of the time to make money. No, you can be right 40% of the time. You can allow yourself to make mistakes, and in the end, your account will still grow. Our students are very happy. We are teaching them how to grow their profits. Don't go only for 10, 20 pips and so on, how to go for bigger profits. And this is happening with this 3-step approach. And what I wish to emphasize is that this 3-step approach resembles in a great extent the way that professionals are trading in a hedge fund or at a bank. Understand the environment, identify the structure, and then we have the execution. What I wish to say, and we are approaching a point where I'm going to present you a great offer. Most people can trade successfully. You just need someone to show you how to do it. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with your personality or any other excuse you might come up with. There is no one to blame. You have trading plan problems. You do not have psychological problems. The reason why you don't make money is because you do not have a professional approach in your trading. You have a retail trading plan, you will have retail results. You have a professional trading plan, a professional approach, you will have professional results. The problem lies in your method. There is nothing wrong with you. You do not have psychological problems. There is another issue. You might say, well, you are very happy to give it a shot, but you do not have enough money. You have a very small account. We have a solution for this. If you go to Trading Pit, let me go there. Trading Pit is solving a great problem in the market right now. You can scale up to 5 million and keep 80% of the profits. So you can have a real professional structure. You can spend a fraction and get seriously funded, start generating income straight away. And you can be in a condition where you learn, you train yourself. You need some time, of course, to do this. I'm not suggesting it's going to happen overnight, but you can get funded. You can spend even a small amount, make all the mistakes you need, test things, make mistakes. Don't worry if you fail a couple of times. Go ahead, try again, but use this process to learn and accumulate knowledge. So for you today that are following this, we have a special promo code. You are going to get a 10% off. This is a gift from Trading Pit and Fotis Trading Academy. If you use this promo code, Fotis, capital, my name, Fotis, 47345, Fotis 47345. Use this promo code for any product at Trading Pit. So you can go here, you can look at the challenges, you can get any challenge, either Forex or futures, and you will have a 10% off. And it doesn't stop there. You will get 10% off the normal price, but we also want you to be successful. We want you to join the Fotis Trading Academy incubation and funding program, where you get funded, you share the profits, and you can get a career in trading. And it starts with a simple way. Tell us about yourself. Go to fotistradingacademy.com, go to contact, and let us know you are interested. Let us know that you do want a funded account, and tell us a few things about yourself. Do you have a day job? How long have you been trading? Did you have any training before? What's your trading style? What is your biggest struggle? What is your goal? What is your optimal trading account size? Please go ahead, do this. You can get, as I said, a funded trading account very easily. And with the promo code, okay, some people are saying to show them again the promo code. Yes, you get 10% off the normal price. So what are you going to achieve? You are going to have a mentor by your side to help you. You are going to get analytics. You are going to have someone to help you pass the challenge and generate income every month. And someone is also going to give you capital so you don't have to risk yours. So this is amazing. Imagine this. Let's look at Forex. So let's scroll lower. With 99 euros, you can have a 10,000 euro account. This is amazing. You don't need to come up with 10,000 and have the risk of blowing this. Your risk is 99 euros. So this is a great reward to risk, in my opinion. You can get 10% off this price. And as I said, we can also help you get funded, pass the challenge, and start trading like a real professional. Okay, some question I'm going to answer.
I would like to say something here, Fotis. First
Please.
of all, thank you very much. It was an amazing presentation. Again, one more time, it was great. I would like to say about the discount code that I'm floating right now my email in case for any technical difficulties. And at the same time, I want to say, because we're looking for good traders, it is very good in order like to use it as well as a practice. Sorry about that. But B, and most importantly, that money of the challenge, it will be refundable for the people that will be moving to level 1 in the live stage. So indeed, we're looking for good traders that they can make the difference, and the money of the challenge, it will be refundable. In case of any technical issues, I upload my email, please let me know. And from my side, from the Trading Pit, it was lovely one more time being with all of you together, and I'm really looking forward for the next one. Foti?
Thank you very much, Alex. Yes, this is even better. So someone can even take his or her money back when they do well. If you don't make it straight away since the first time, don't worry, this is natural. There is a learning curve that you need to go through. There is a process. And as I said, we are here to help you. Here is the promo code, by the way. We are here to help you succeed. Start trading like a professional, get funded, and get a career in trading if that is what you wish to do. Maybe you are not interested in a career, you just wish to have some extra income. That's fantastic. We can show you how to do this and do it in a safe way. Okay, thank you very much for watching this. We will be with you with another webinar soon. Please get in touch with us. Let us know about yourselves, about your struggles, about what you wish to achieve, and hopefully we will be able to help you. Thank you very much. I don't know, Alex, if you wish to add something before we
No, it was one more time. I would say really thank you, because you're bringing everything in place. You're putting the trading pieces of the puzzle on the right order. And thank you for simplifying complicated stuff, regardless if you're talking with a beginner or if you're talking with
Yes.
a professional. Still, it's very nice way to absorb the knowledge. I would like to thank everyone that it was here as well. Any questions, they can contact you or they can contact me
Yes.
direct. And looking forward for the next time, Foti.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you
All
for
the
being
best,
here.
everyone.
Talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.